Hi guys, welcome to Open Mic Talk Show. Today we're in the studio with amazing ladies. Dawn and
Grace.
Welcome to our studios, and I hope you have fun today because today's topic is gonna be crazy.
Oh boy.
Alright, so
yes, it's gonna be very crazy, guys.
Okay.
So again, welcome to Open Mic Talk Show. Today's topic, guys, it's about ladies. Okay? Just
ladies
for your information, I have nothing against ladies, but on this very topic, we want to know why they lie a lot. So the question, the topic is, why do you women fake orgasm? Why? So who wants to start?
Okay, I want to start.
Okay, the question is, have you faked it?
No.
Good. So now tell us, you know why women fake orgasm?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead, tell us.
I think women fake orgasm for various reasons. There is internal, there is external.
Okay.
And I can say if the woman fakes orgasm, it depends if the husband or the boyfriend, maybe he's good, everything is good in a relationship, but because she wants to keep the man, she'll fake the orgasm.
That's a good point.
Okay, because you want to keep the man.
Yeah, that's why I say various reasons.
But how do you want to keep a man you cannot be comfortable discussing anything with? Which means there's lack of communication, the understanding communication. So
yeah, that comes now on another reason. Sometimes maybe you're not comfortable to talk about sex, and especially our African men, most of them, they don't want. I know some brothers, they're gonna tell you what she's talking about, but they don't want to talk about sex.
okay, how can you be dating somebody and the person don't want to talk about sex? So that make you feel like I should just lie about having the orgasm?
Yes, because you know why? Some African men actually, they feel women that are opened, that are self-aware, they are spoiled, that they are prostitutes. They see them as
You're a prostitute.
exactly. They don't see them as good women.
Yeah.
Right. They feel certain kind of women has to be meek. They shouldn't be able to talk. They shouldn't really know what's going on. That kind of a thing. So women these days, that's where you see women these days. They really, once they get tired of you, they just move on because they cannot keep pretending. Right?
Okay, when men think women are spoiled, so you are in a relationship with somebody.
Yeah.
So relationship is not about just talking, it's deep conversation.
I know.
You're having sex with your husband, your boyfriend, whoever that person is. So if you can have sex with someone, why can't you discuss sex with this person?
Because you don't.
We're only saying this because maybe you are open with your wife.
Exactly.
So when somebody tells you, I can't talk about sex to my
Seems
husband,
strange.
you're going to say
It
like,
seems
what?
strange.
Why not? You're having sex, you're doing. So it's the same as you have your phone, but you keep it private.
Yeah,
But when it comes to, we are sharing love, we have sex, but you have your privacy.
yeah, but in that situation, you're not sexually satisfied.
Even if
Because sex is valued like that. with
Exactly,
men.
but if you are not sexually satisfied and you stay in that relationship and you keep lying to the man, how would you help yourself? What would you do?
But maybe it depends, when did this faking started? Maybe beginning of relationship, things was working well, and then down below things started to change. Maybe, I don't know, whatever, stress of life, whatever. So when it comes time to talk about sex, it's a different thing. Or maybe you're not doing good in bed, and to avoid uncomfortable conversation, it's better you fake it. And some men like it when you fake it, or even if you don't fake it. What do you think? Some they can tell you, I like it when you mourn. Maybe at that time you're not doing the good job, but you want to satisfy the man's ego. So when you do that, it turns him on, and that works for other couples.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand you. What's your
What do
take
you
on
think?
this?
I grew up as a Catholic in church. Nobody spoke about sex. When you asked where babies came from, they said, "Did you just hear the airplane fell out of the sky?" You know, so you wouldn't even know what a first sexual experience is if you were not told, or what to expect to see, or anything like that. So when I started becoming intimate, I had a lot of hang-ups, and it was stemmed from my religious background.
No
You don't
sexual
do this,
orientation
you don't talk about
at
that,
all.
you don't
Yeah,
do that.
yeah. It's like a
we don't
taboo.
discuss that at home. It's a taboo topic. You don't need to know anything. You just gotta, they just throw you in the lion's den and you find out what you need to find
your
out.
way.
And then, bam, you're pregnant and you want to know what happened. Well, you didn't tell me, you know, that this is the result of such and such and such and such. So there's a lot of ignorance in there.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's a lot of women. Like I said, women have to be lovers, wives, and prostitutes to their mate.
Exactly.
Because I might be home here playing Miss Nicey, preachy, teachy, and then you gone outside go find somebody who you want to do the same thing that
who
I'm
is
capable of doing.
crazier. Exactly.
So I felt in the beginning I held back. There's a lot of things in my head I wanted to do to try, but I'm like, what is he gonna think about me?
Exactly.
That's what I was
But
saying.
he's gonna think maybe I had this experience
a
before.
necessary conversation.
He's gonna think I'm a nasty
You-
girl,
exactly.
or a bad girl, or you know. So I'm trying to get a cue from him to see how far he's willing
But you not
to go to discuss it. But at the same time, he's doing the same thing. He wants what he wants, but he don't know how to approach me
Yeah.
because he's thinking he's gonna offend me.
Exactly.
And then I might think, oh, so that's what he wants. That's those kind of girls, and you know. So it's a conversation in our heads instead of to each other.
Talking.
Yeah, so but the thing is that's where the communication comes in.
Expectations.
If you are dating someone, okay, you should be able to know if that guy is freaky or not, so that you
But
guys
that
can.
depends if that's your priority too.
And some people don't do sex before marriage.
Exactly.
Okay, some people don't do sex before marriage,
Yeah.
and then when you get into the marriage, you suffer till you.
Well, then that's when you say that you
start
stay or you go.
Exactly. It's either you choose to stay or go.
Okay, that's a scenario. So in a scenario whereby you actually had sex before marriage,
Okay.
and you already know that this is not matching your energy, but you still stays in there for some other reasons,
Okay.
and then what would be your sexual satisfaction for the rest of your life or your marriage with whosoever you're married to?
I think sex will make or break a marriage. Not even finances.
Exactly.
The sex. There must be something. When
Intimacy.
money is not working and things are not going well, there must be something that you can hold on to, that you have in common, and that's intimacy. And without that, doesn't matter how much money you have or don't have,
Men don't know that.
it's a
Men don't know that? Oh my
it's
God.
a deal breaker.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, eh?
Because
a deal
men they
breaker.
think if I give you money, you have a house, you have a beautiful car, you have kids, you have
Vacations,
everything,
everything.
vacation.
What else do you want?
But that's exactly where the communication
Sex.
comes in. You
But
have
I
to
give you
ask for what you
everything.
want.
What else do you want?
No, if you think you need more
you know-
intimacy, ask for it.
But you know,
Because if you assume men, look, so if you don't ask, some men might think you are okay. All right. To me, I don't think it's okay. You don't need to ask. You can initiate it somehow.
You don't
It
need to
depends on
ask
individual
because the
differences.
reason I left my mother's house is because of sex. So sex, it should be given whether I ask for it, whether you ask for it, whether we just sitting and then we should do it anyway in the house
That is-
anytime.
There's no dispute about that.
Yes.
But what we are talking about is why do you guys decide to fake orgasm instead of just telling the man I need more or I'm not satisfied?
sometimes
It's a problem.
when the sex is not that great in a relationship, all that's in some people's mind is we're gonna get married and think it might get better.
women.
Think it will get better. Or maybe they just need some time or you get there. But it takes a lot of confidence and a lot of self-esteem for you to say what you want.
Exactly.
And don't give a damn. And I have learned that throughout the years. When I met somebody, I'm like, I like this and I like that. What do you think? What are your thoughts? And if you say, me, no, never, I say, lose my number.
Well,
and I move on.
That's right.
Lose
my number, boy.
Yeah, lose my number.
Yeah.
I'm like, later for you. I have no time to waste.
Exactly.
I always say, you better come with a degree. Because I have no time to teach. But
Absolutely.
I'm willing if you're willing. If you're willing to learn, I'm willing to teach.
Okay.
And I will say what I want and what I don't want.
Exactly.
You know, I have no qualms about it. And I discuss it first. So if we're going to have a problem, we know at the beginning and we go no further.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Because I have no time to waste faking.
That's exactly
It's
what
a
I'm saying.
waste
But
of
some
time.
people stays in that relationship and keep faking it again and again and again and telling me I want to satisfy the man's ego. Where is the communication? But again, if you feel like he's not man enough for you, what's your solution?
If you talk and he's not willing to make any changes, then you yourself as a woman, you start to get turned off. You really don't care.
You just don't care
you
anymore.
just don't
whether
care.
you come home, whether we do it or whether we don't do it.
Yes.
You are here, okay, you are here, it's fine. You got it there, you
Go and make your
The thing is this.
yeah.
I don't mind getting some help.
Exactly.
Go.
Go.
You know,
at the end of the
yeah.
day, you don't touch me. Like you start
It's a
to
waste
feel
of
like
time.
Yeah, but
Yes.
that has to be after a solid, quality conversation with your husband or your
Exactly.
boyfriend.
We all
as to
agree
how
there should be
I want
communication, but how men, like what effort do men put into satisfying
Instead of
their
this
women?
ego, I'm the man.
and
I
especially
know.
you, the man, you know that the sex I did this night, it didn't satisfy my woman. You know it.
No, if you fake it, how would he know it? That's the problem. This is what I'm trying to say.
But
Don't
you
fake
know,
it.
you
should know when a woman
You
is
should know
faking.
when a woman
Oh,
is
there might be
faking.
professional fakers, and that's my next
cannot-
question. How do you guys will fake it when you guys?
You cannot be wet
I mean-
if you're faking it.
Of course, your
You
body will dry
cannot
up.
Your
be
body
wet
is gonna.
if you're faking it.
Exactly.
So you there screaming,
No.
Bloody
And your
Mary,
screaming is
and they
different.
think they're doing some wonderful thing. And I do not fake. I will my body reaction will tell you you're doing nonsense.
Any woman will do that.
You're doing nonsense. I'm like, tell me when you're finished. Tell me when you're finished.
You see your point. Like when it's that boring, maybe we have talk and it's not working. So the only way is to fake that orgasm so you get done with it, then you finish.
So would you support like divorce because the sex life is not good?
That
Sex is the actual act.
Of intimacy.
Because look, if I'm with you from we're 20 till we're now in our 60s, 70s, my mojo ain't working the same way 20 years ago, 40 years ago. So I'm not gonna leave you. I know that's a gradual progression with age that you will lose your sex drive,
Yes.
also your
Energy.
your length of time to stand up. So I'm not gonna expect you to be the same virile man at 60 that you were at 30. But if you already have a foundation of intimacy, the actual sex is not that important. We love to be cuddled and hugged
and
caressed.
Please.
Caressed with actual you already have a foundation.
Comes to my point.
Some men don't. You can't just be in the house and not want to touch your woman. At least hold her hand. At least hug her from the back.
Sit in one
She doesn't
TV
have to
and
tell
go.
you.
Exactly.
Yes,
Sometimes
that's
it's
what
not about
connects
even
you guys.
sex. It's not even having intimacy.
But
You might have a rough day.
Do
Just
you
that
know
house
some
naked
women
day.
don't even ask for sex until their husband say, "Hey, I want you."
Because of the man.
that
How?
come up in
It's
your
because
head.
of the man.
How?
I don't know how.
No,
because
if you
as
say because of the
women,
man, you have to have a
as
proof.
women,
Uh-huh.
we follow
The
You're
leader.
scared.
Oh, you
Sorry, the
see,
leader.
that's no. When you are married or you're dating, you guys should be equal in that kind of situation. The man should not just come always. Maybe 11 months in a year, the man have to ask you for sex.
There
Only
is a
one-
problem in the relationship. This is what
Yeah.
I was telling you. It depends with the relationship.
I don't
So,
think-
what advice would you give a man that is not getting sexual satisfaction?
Not giving.
No
He
giving.
gets-
Okay, that is not
giving.
giving.
that is not good.
Exactly.
He gets-
That is not giving
He
sexual
gets
satisfaction.
satisfaction.
Whether it's 1 minute or 2 minutes or 5 minutes,
Okay.
he's good.
Okay.
Yes,
You understand?
don't mind them.
This one is the way. But if you, that's why if you're like, okay, if you're faking it, how am I supposed to know?
No,
you're
you've not
faking it?
answered my question.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not talking about faking it now.
But how? Okay.
What advice would
Would
you
you give a man that cannot satisfy their woman?
Yes.
So,
Not that they cannot. They're selfish.
I
Because she may
do
have
not-
told him,
Uh-huh.
I like this or I like that. Don't do this, don't do that, or hold up here, hold up there. You know. Yeah, it's
Okay.
almost like directing
Wait.
traffic sometimes.
Wait, hold on.
You have to get to somewhere.
Move this way,
Wait.
move
You
that
know,
way.
Wait, hold on a
because
moment.
you have to know what makes you feel
Good as a woman.
So when he hits that spot, you say, stay there. You know? So then he'll know.
Mhm.
Because he has to learn from you too.
Exactly. Okay. So
At the
now,
same time.
if you tell him stay right there, he knows, and he stays there.
I ain't say
Oh,
stop like in traffic yet.
You see,
I mean,
men,
that's
they
the
need-
spot.
I
He
understand.
continue going around that area.
No, I got your
Continue
point.
in that
No,
area.
I'm just saying, if you tell him you're hitting the right spot,
Mhm.
and he stays right there,
Mhm.
doing whatever he's doing,
Uh-huh.
so why you say he's selfish?
Some won't.
How is
Some
that?
that's where the selfishness
What do you by
comes
some won't? How?
won't.
No,
Some-
this, okay, when you tell
Some
the man,
just want to
hold
do
on.
whatever
No, no,
they
no.
want to do.
When you tell the man stay right there, I like it like that, they're gonna be like, no, no way.
No.
So,
Okay,
then
but
some
sit there for a
people-
second.
Sometimes
Give me that.
some don't
Give me
really-
that. Because look, you see orgasm.
Mhm.
It's
Exactly.
very hard for a woman to
For a
have
woman.
orgasm. Very hard. So you gotta know what you're doing. So when a woman tells you this is where it's at, you stay there. Don't go anywhere else. You
Hold on.
stay
You
there.
see?
And that's how you
This
learn
is
what your
why-
woman likes.
This is why, hold on, this is why you guys need to be considerate and consider the minds too, because you just mentioned it. It's very hard.
Yes.
And when you say it's very hard, it's even more harder for some women. So
Very
they need 7 days to come.
What
Yes.
is
That means
7 hours.
It
Seven
depends.
hours, 7
It all
days.
depends how the man
No.
handles
The
the woman. It's not
Somebody.
necessary. Sex
The-
does not start in the bedroom.
The
Sex starts
from outside.
as soon as you come home or during the day you are talking, you are
Exactly.
texting,
You-
I'm sending you nasty
That's it.
messages. You know, just like what she said.
Mhm.
I need to be
Stimulated.
Stimulate
I need to be your wife. I
yourself.
need to be your slut. I need
to be
your
everything
boyfriend,
to you, your
know?
friend,
That's
everything.
So I will send you
Mhm.
this nasty message, and you text forever to answer that message. And right there, I'm boiling. Okay. By the time you come home, hi.
You're ready,
You know, hi.
Yeah,
That's
but
it.
the thing is this, okay, that's,
Ignore that.
that one is a scenario.
You know what? Some men don't even know how to
But
do
this
that.
is
I hope you
where
know.
it is going.
I
Some people
understand.
don't even know how
Yeah.
to.
Hold
And
on.
you told me you were busy.
Hold on.
Yeah,
because-
That's one scenario.
Maybe not
So not
experience.
always you have to text or get stimulated by phone or text message before you get
But
something
I'm
done.
preparing
I
you.
understand, but you don't prepare men always. Something happens. Sometimes there's
Spontaneous.
spontaneous, right?
Yes, that's
So
okay too.
even that spontaneous, they still need 3 hours to come.
Yeah.
When a woman, because it's
For
a
real?
woman, it's a woman who is ready. Now
Yes.
it depends how the husband is, or boyfriend, or whoever, or friends with benefits
Mhm.
is responding. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Foreplay.
Mhm.
Foreplay is the most important thing. And foreplay is not just physical. Foreplay is part of what she's saying. Text me. Babes, I'm coming home. I'll see you. You know, it's like, for example,
Mhm.
I wore a nice fitted dress and I went out. No underwears.
Ooh.
And I didn't tell him anything. And we were sitting at the bar, I'm sitting at the stool, and I just turned around and opened my legs.
Damn it.
He almost had a heart attack. And he's looking around to see if anybody may have
Everybody
seen.
see it.
You know?
Relax.
And he stand up next to me and he, whoa, then he won't move. And home. Let's go. I said, wait, relax.
Nobody see.
Well, that is good.
You know,
I
so
understand
you
that.
have to like, sometimes you have to bring it out of the person because
Exactly.
they're not expecting it of you. Although it's in their head, we're all thinking it.
Mhm.
We all have that nasty side,
Yeah.
but we don't know who to bring it out to and who would bring it out of us.
And it
It's
also
only that
depends.
one person you might be.
I'm sorry to cut you off. It depends on the person's past sexual
That
experience
too.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That
Some
too.
people they've
Exactly.
had certain
Bad.
experiences
Mhm.
with amazing
That's good.
people, and then they now meet
They're
this
measuring
person.
you up to what they have had. That's what happens.
That could
They're
Well,
measuring you up
no,
to
the
what they
thing
had
is,
before.
the
So
thing
then
is,
it's like,
you might have great sex experience with your ex, right? And you meet a new guy and it's not matching the
It's
same
not
energy.
matching.
Then it's up to you now to bring it up.
It
That's
might
what it is.
not are
if
not
he's
the same.
open-minded.
If you had a great sex with your ex or whatever,
Mhm.
and you want to continue with the same one, and this one don't have the same energy,
What would you do in that
and that's
situation?
where there's a problem.
You're talking
and
about
then how do you
energy.
solve that
What
problem?
if the same parts? It's
The same
honestly, some are bigger than others, right?
Yeah.
So if you're getting used to
one
this,
package, and then you end up with
But
a
size,
baby
what do you
package.
do?
size
But you
does
know-
not matter.
Okay,
But you know,
see?
it doesn't.
You guys can argue
It
that.
doesn't.
out.
Depends
Size
how-
does not.
how
It's
you
how
are.
you use it.
Exactly.
It's not the way of the
Absolutely,
emotion.
yeah,
yeah.
It's
So
not
then
the
teach him
people.
how to use it.
Teach him.
You understand?
No
Okay,
problem.
somebody sent me something. I'm going to read it out and let's talk about it. So I've been married for 15 years. My husband is a very lovely and very supportive man. We have 4 beautiful kids. I met my husband while I was still in university. The first time we had sex, it was awful compared to my ex. But I thought we had just started the relationship. Things will get better as we go along the way. Few months down the line, nothing changed. Due to his super pride ego, I had to fake it. Fake orgasm each time we have sex. And this gave him his sexual satisfaction as a proud man. I had to cheat on him with my ex just to get my sexual satisfaction. This went for 1 year. I had to stop cheating because I felt super guilty because all he needed was my happiness. He is the type of a man that every woman would dream of except
In
sex. I wasn't thinking of going into the journey of marriage with him. Unfortunately, I got pregnant with our first child. In his tradition, you cannot have kids without marriage. So he refused abortion. Our only choice was to do a strict traditional wedding, marriage, before people would notice my pregnancy. For all these years, I have been faking it. At this point, I'm so tired of faking it. I really want to feel that vibration. I want to feel like a woman. And I want my orgasm back. I don't know what to do. So,
It's
The
hard.
question is, did you discuss it with your husband?
she's going to be watching, so you guys have to advise
The
what do
thing
you
is-
think she should do.
I know a man knows when a woman is not satisfied.
I say that.
He knows.
He knows.
Because you're lying there. Okay.
Like after you fake
You
it?
know? No, I'm not
That's
saying
what
I'm
I'm
not even doing nothing
saying.
either.
You don't understand. Oh, when during the process?
Yes,
Oh,
and
okay.
you're not even doing anything either. So it's like, you know, you must know that I'm not into this and it's nothing is happening.
And that's why she has to fake it so you can finish.
Finish and get
But
it
that's
over
the
with.
thing, but why would you stay to suffer if you can just...
Just like she said,
Okay.
you thought, like
It could have
as
gotten
women,
better.
the biggest mistake we make in our lives is we always give men second chances. Maybe he
Make
will
excuses
change.
for them.
Maybe things will
Mhm.
change.
Mhm.
He's a good man. He gives me this. He gives me that. But the main thing, you are not happy. And that, how are you going to say, I divorced my husband
Because of
or
sex.
because of sex?
Yeah.
People, they will be like,
Mhm.
because of sex. You couldn't just hold it,
Yes.
my sister.
So,
You know?
Yeah,
This
yes.
can come like vibrator. Why you can finish it use a vibrator, you know?
yeah, but will
For
that
how
solve the
long
problem?
will
For
she
how
keep
long?
using the
That's
vibrator
what I'm
when she
saying.
has a
So in
husband?
the situation like this, to me, I believe there must have been conversation with, hey,
He's a cultural man.
I assume because it's
He's a
traditional.
cultural man. As a cultural man, you can't bring those sex things.
But the thing is, what they don't want to bring to you is what they're going outside and looking
Outside they
So
do get the sugar girls that talk to them
the side
like like a small
side
little
No,
boy.
they don't like that. It's just you.
But when they come home, it's not the same.
Maybe it's on in your head.
Women, we talk.
No, maybe
It's not about dinner.
Maybe it's not. We could have been assuming that my man is a traditional man. I can't talk dirty to him. You have to try.
You know what I'm talking
I
about.
don't know what you're talking about. But I'm not a traditional man.
Some men will say, "Let me smell your panty."
For what?
Where are you coming
Where
from?
are you coming from?
Why are you dressed?
Where are you learning those things
You
from?
haven't seen those.
So during the day when I'm not here, you are doing a shower.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, the point again here is how do you guys deal with men not being able to satisfy you guys in bed?
And the relationship.
Like that woman, she said, maybe it will change.
If we're married and
but
we
If you are
discuss it,
married,
But how can you be there for so long and you're expecting to change? It never changes because
so
it's the same
how are
thing.
you gonna leave the man because?
I'm not saying leave the man. So what's the
So
solution?
what is should do?
No, wait. What should she do aside from communication? I want to hear your point
Honestly,
of view.
It's a
okay,
man.
maybe
I
we could
just
try
think-
counseling.
I don't know about
which
We
that.
as a
Counseling.
culture
Which
don't want
counsel-
nobody to know things they don't know.
Exactly.
So forget
Which
that.
counseling? Me and you and who?
You don't want
True,
nobody
it
to know your
might be,
business.
maybe. Honestly speaking,
Another
the question
solution.
is, she used to get it really well from her ex, right? So what changes? Does she really love this man or not? Because one thing I noticed, if you don't feel,
It's the energy. The energy with the ex was hot.
yeah, but the thing is that
The
if you
community
are with
connection,
somebody
the
that
chemistry.
you really don't feel that
Yeah,
much
chemistry.
chemistry
And the
with,
relationship.
right? It
You're not
impacts
married
your
yet.
sexual satisfaction.
But she
You're not
said,
married yet.
I did not plan to get married
because you
she
already
got
knew
pregnant.
that
But she
this
thought it
man
might
is
have
not
gotten better.
getting there or making her feel like a woman. Maybe that's why she wasn't planning to get married to the man.
So, in your opinion, what should she do?
I really think she should open up to the man, talk about it, like you mentioned earlier, teach the man how. This is what I want. This is what, because if she has been getting her orgasm, she should know how to get there.
Yeah.
She should know what.
How is she gonna bring it to the man?
What do you? But you are so much in belief that women cannot talk about that to their husband or boyfriend.
Listen,
They can
all
if
these
the
years,
man is
all
open.
these years, you were quiet. And now
Exactly.
you are coming to
I
tell
understand,
me
yeah.
I
Which
don't
is true.
make you
Yeah.
Imagine
Can you do
what in
something
his
else?
sound.
Yeah.
it's gonna be something else.
Yeah.
He's not gonna take it good.
Well, I was trying to spare your feelings, hoping things would have gotten better.
So
not better. Exactly.
I understand.
And the man would actually start thinking
you went
that you've been
outside.
going out to do it.
So in this situation, no solution.
there's no
Well,
solution.
well-
It's either you
Stay
and
Or
happy
you leave.
or you leave.
or
Or use a
do it
vibrator.
yourself. Masturbation is not bad.
It's not.
It makes you learn about your
Yourself.
body.
Body.
And how I remember one of my marriages, my husband, we discussed, well, we didn't discuss it, I just assumed because there was one time without cunnilingus, I could not have an orgasm. So I just expected that. My goodness, got into this relationship. I said, okay, you know, somebody just met you, not gonna do things like that early, give it a couple of months. And I said, okay. And then we get married, and I'm like, wait a minute. This thing not happening. And he tells me, oh,
I don't like it. Exactly. Some men don't like
I
it.
don't do that. Man don't bow, you know how it's Caribbean people go. I'm like, God almighty, what do I do? What do I do? Because this is all I know. And I had to learn. I had to relearn my body
Yeah.
from masturbation and toys, and actually just like my mindset
Your
had to
mindset.
be different. I had to learn to get to know my body and what feels
Adjust.
good, where he's at, when he's at what spot, you know, when I lift my legs up, my hips up, or whatever. It took a lot of time
Yeah.
because it's very hard to have an orgasm vaginally.
It is.
Extremely, that man, you have to be so much in love, and you have to,
when
that
you say-
foreplay have to
sorry
be
to
so
cut you.
good.
I will actually explain
That
that.
foreplay
What
has
does
to
she
be
mean by
good,
that?
so good.
Explain that. It's very
But-
hard to have orgasm vaginally.
I think
Yes.
she meant penetration.
With penetration,
Yeah.
yes.
It's very hard to have,
Have a,
orgasm.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
It depends on the
the
position. of the-
positioning. That's why they sell those toys that have the two things, one at the top and one at the
G-spot,
bottom.
they call it.
When you're actually penetrating a woman, their feet should be up so that you have contact with the vaginal canal as well as with the clitoris, because that's where you actually get the stimulation, is from the clitoris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're used to cunnilingus and that is clitoral foreplay, you have an orgasm, no problem. But the minute you meet somebody that doesn't do that, what do I do? How do I have an orgasm without doing this? And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God.
So if that's so easy, you
But-
just explained it. So how
But
come we
it
still have women that
eventually-
need 7
it
hours to
happened.
come?
Some women, their
Eventually it
clitoris
happens.
is a little bit
Higher.
higher. Some is like
Lower.
lower.
Hooded.
So for
Hooded.
people, for
It's
some
hooded.
women, if it's in there, it's
hooded.
easier for them to have
an
orgasm with
'Cause it's
penetration.
constant friction.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the friction.
You guys seem to
Contact.
know the solution. So why don't you make the man do what you want so that we don't have
But
problems?
you see, you
It's
can't
about
force
faking it.
somebody
Can't
because
force now.
I
No,
find
it's not about
making love to
forcing.
somebody is like you have to love me
It's
from head to
chemistry.
toe. There is nothing should be left out. And then some men would want you to do certain
When
things
it
for
comes
them.
down to teach
but
you, sit
they
you,
don't
and
want
start
to do it
teaching
to
you what
you.
to do.
No,
Not
no,
stress
so
now.
it's
How
not-
old are you to start me to start teaching you?
No,
I'm 2
it's
years
not
old.
stress. It's
If I am learning how to satisfy my men, I'm reading, I watch movies, I'm doing all that. Why can't a man also
Learn
what satisfies
how
a woman.
to satisfy my woman?
or even ask,
Let me tell
baby,
you
how
something.
can I satisfy?
exactly. Let me tell you something.
Why
because-
can't the man ask?
Hold on.
Like
Yeah,
how
that
was-
kind of
like how
sexual
was
intercourse
last
you're
last
asking.
night? Did
Was
were
it
you
good?
satisfied?
You guys don't
Exactly.
Was it
understand.
good? Just
Yeah.
ask. Did you come? You shouldn't have to ask me if I come. Like, come where? Come where? From what? You know, you just get so frustrated.
Exactly.
You just want to just.
Okay, when you ask, that means you know I didn't. So that's
No, because again, some women are different. Some might even come without you knowing.
Nah, you
Nah,
cannot.
there's no
You have.
way.
You will be wet as a river. You cannot
way.
come without not knowing.
Again, I'm not a woman,
way.
but I am one
no,
person.
but
You will
some
be
women
wet.
are wetter, some women are dry like
Yeah.
a river.
And they say come.
Even when you come, no.
No.
You must be wet when you come. You must be wet when you come. You cannot come and you're
But
not
coming
wet.
and having orgasm is two different things, right? You can just make a woman come, but she
Yes.
didn't reach the climax.
Climax.
Yeah, the orgasmatic climax.
when
Deep,
when
where
a
your
woman-
toes curl
when a woman
and your eyes roll up in your head and you actually having spasms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You just make her come. She released.
I'm not hearing
but
this.
She
It
didn't
just
go
barely
reach.
happened. She didn't reach
Yeah,
that.
it just
so that
it just ended here. It didn't
You
go
know,
anywhere.
it
It's
didn't
just
go in the
like
head. Because she should be in such a platonic state that you would know. You wouldn't have to ask, did you come?
God.
Like, why are you asking me?
So now, what are the differences? I'd like to know. Because,
But
what you guys-
vaginal orgasm, clitoral orgasm.
yeah, because you guys are
just like we say, when you make your woman reach the climax, you
She will start to
yourself,
cry.
you yourself,
Tears will come out.
Tears of joy.
you will know.
But that's the only way I know people come. Do you know that different type of coming?
You will see tears of joy.
There is a difference.
But you know too, not necessarily, because I've had situation where I've come, but I didn't really show any reaction.
Okay, that's what I was
kinda
saying.
That's
You know,
just probably regular
That's what I was
coming.
saying. You
Yeah,
felt it,
and
but
it was just because the sex was mediocre, and okay, at one point it did try a little bit,
But
and
that one is just
something
like
happened, but it was
quickie.
yeah, just a quickie, like.
well, in that situation,
know,
the man
but-
could ask you, "Did you come?" And you're gonna be like,
No, I'm honest. No.
"So,
From what?
what you
And
guys?"
you know what another problem is that we're black men are having a lot? Early ejaculation. It is so much more common than you think. And not older people, young people in their 20s, 30s, 40s already having early ejaculation. By the time they enter, you story done.
Okay,
Now tell me,
Because
if you know you have a problem, okay, we discuss it. We even consider going to see a doctor, or I say, okay, well, seeing that as you enter, you come, then for my part, let's foreplay a little longer. Get me to where I'm going first, and then you could come after.
Exactly.
follow you, right?
Yes, follow me. Let me get my thing off, and then you get
can
your
do
off.
whatever.
Because you know, once they get off, it's a half an hour you're waiting for them to rise again.
No, some just fall asleep and start snoring.
That sleep, that's it, bye.
They'll just start snoring and you'll be like, you just want to throw pillow.
Are you serious?
Wait.
Oh my
How
goodness.
long, when you mean early ejaculation, right? How long should a man last for
Oh dear
you?
Lord.
For you guys to feel like, okay, this is enough. I can do
15
it.
Enough?
minutes.
If
You
it's
said
enough,
15 minutes?
Maybe.
You said 15 minutes. How about you?
Yeah, but if you're making 1 hour, what are you doing?
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Include the fork.
No, not
1
no,
hour
forget about
will
it. No,
include the fork.
no, for
Actual jamming.
Yes. Yeah.
5 to 10 minutes.
5 to
Yeah.
10 minutes.
Yeah,
15
5
minutes.
to
How
10
about
minutes.
you?
Because if I'm already ready, and within 5 minutes I come, you're going to be right behind me.
Why?
Because I'll be making so much noise.
Okay.
So then that turns you on. So it heightens your
Yeah, but the
your
thing.
ego.
Sometimes we come at the same time.
Yeah.
Or almost the same, but that's the
You see,
sweetest one.
there's-
Oh, fabulous.
Okay, this is one thing. You know, there are some women, they enjoy it when they're having sex. The moment they come, they're done. Even if the man hasn't come.
Yeah, some women are like
Isn't that
that.
selfishness?
That is selfish.
But it's not selfish.
And
That's your body.
Oh, now it's your body. But when it comes to man, early ejaculation is not the body. You see?
But if I have
Exactly.
if I come and he didn't, I will continue so that he will come.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not feeling anything,
If a woman
I will
comes
do it for
earlier
him to get
first,
his.
who would do something, would do more things to help your man
Yes.
to reach.
Then he will help
But
you.
I'm gonna tell you something. I have a friend that once told me, you know what? Once I come, I'm done, right? I don't care. I asked her, I said, why? She said, no matter what I do, right? I feel like I should just have sex for myself because they are gonna go out anyway to do
And
what
cheat
pleases
or
them.
get some.
Right, so that was her perspective on the whole matter. I'm like, you know, it just depends on the family situation, right?
Yeah.
You
Maybe
can't-
she know that for a fact, but if she doesn't know that for a fact, then she's inviting trouble.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And you know, I mean, I told her, you know, whatever you can, if your husband, like, if you come before your husband, maybe you should try to make him like, no,
This is
I'm tired
You
when
see?
I'm there, right?
There are
I'm
none of them
tired.
like that.
Yeah.
A
There are
lot
some
of them.
women like that are actually
Not
tired.
some, a lot. And when they come, they feel like, okay, I'm done. It's up to you what you want to do.
Really?
That's
But mostly
selfishness.
women don't come.
No, even though I come before you, I gotta keep going until you come.
Yeah.
That's
And
sometimes
then-
I might even
This
come
is
again.
where the faking
Part might come
Well,
in.
to hyper
Her youth for
man.
man to get to
No,
that
we
part.
don't
So
need
when
you guys to
you-
hype us. Just
Get
let
in
me
there.
There's
exactly.
going to be
Do
problems.
your thing. Don't
No. Maybe
Then there's
that's
going
what
to
we
be
have
problem.
discussed. If you do this,
That's
it
when the
turns
faking
me
come
on.
back.
So it depends with the communication in the relationship.
Yeah.
There is an open relationship, open discussion, and there is one that is not.
Yeah.
So the one that is not is just like this lady. Like, I am tired. I don't know what to do. At one point, a woman feels like, I'm so done. Why should I leave? But just because of sex. But this is where cheating comes in. And same
but
with men.
You also know that there are some women at home and they're really not romantic and they don't turn the men on anymore or some reasons, or they feel like, okay,
There's
that's
always
my
a
man.
reason.
So it's not.
There's
no.
always a reason. The man has done something.
No, you can't be defending the women. There's no,
why
even if
not?
the man didn't do anything.
No.
Because some of them
No.
just
You never know.
don't want to They don't like the foreplay. They don't
No,
want to show
maybe
up. They
she
don't
has
want to.
tempted 1 or 2, 3 times, and the response of a man is somehow. So like that, just like what you say, you set your body, your mind,
you change
like
your
you know what,
mindset.
you
Yeah.
shift.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. But some of you women, sometimes we feel like I have the man at home. They don't even feel the urge to be like, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" They don't want to make the move. They always want the men to make move.
There's no
And then-
woman who is like that.
Oh, a lot,
women
a lot are like
yeah,
that. Trust
some
me.
women wait
Some
on
women
the
a
don't
lot.
even know how to be romantic.
They
I
don't
don't
know how to be
I'm a
romantic.
Scorpio,
And
so
Scorpio queens.
part of it is
Give it
their
to them.
upbringing. Part of it is their upbringing.
So-
And it's only 1 or twice in life you might meet somebody you're absolutely compatible with on all
Yes.
levels.
and that
Yes.
doesn't last
that
longer.
does not
But it frustrates
happen
men
often.
when they always have to go to the women.
But you learn a
Women
lot.
also need to learn how to ask for it.
Oh yes.
So-
when I used to ask my husband, he says,
Be
"That's
approachable.
abuse." I say, "Abuse
Okay,
me."
maybe you were probably
Abuse
asking
me, oh.
every day.
And why not?
Okay,
Why
that
not?
is- okay.
What's happening every day?
Now you're saying it's too much
no,
every day.
hold
What
on.
do you guys
You don't
want?
understand.
Please.
You don't understand.
If she
Hold on.
doesn't ask, there's
What I'm
problem.
saying-
If she asks,
No,
then
what I'm
you do
saying
what?
is, if the
It's
man
abuse.
said you are abusing, some people want it for breakfast, they want it for lunch, they want it for dinner, 7 days
You
a
don't
week.
get to
But you
complain
don't
at
know.
all.
No,
You
and
guys don't get to
So it's not
You,
tea,
on-
breakfast, and
you
dinner.
only enjoy a woman 1 week in 1 month. That is the time of ovulation.
I'm
That
telling
is
you,
the time we're
just
so
1
loving.
week.
That's the time we need.
You're
even
most-
I want
you're most
every
horny.
day.
And then
You're
what happened
most
after?
horny
After
before
it's
and
period.
after.
Then-
We are not doing anything.
Yes,
It's period.
before
That's-
and after,
and then-
you're very,
And next
very,
week
very
I'm cranky.
intimate.
Cranky.
So when you are cranky, I should just leave you alone.
No, leave me alone, but don't leave me alone.
Okay, you have to choose. You have to decide.
No. And when a woman says leave me alone,
They mean come
it
closer.
doesn't mean you should leave me alone.
No, completely. Just hold me.
When she's like
Just
that,
hold me.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe help
a
me
little bit of
cook,
kisses.
and you know, just say don't cook
You see,
today. You know, we can go out
This is
to
the
eat. I
part.
can
This is
order
the part I
pizza.
disagree with, because that makes women think more of themselves than their men.
But it's the
It's
cycle of
just
the
our
man.
bodies.
Your body,
Hormonal
yes.
changes.
I understand that. That's why
changes.
how you guys are wired. That doesn't mean you should not recognize the fact that this is me, but my husband still needs me.
No, we're not saying that. We're
You're
just
getting
saying
it wrong.
within a month there are times that a woman
How
needs sex
highs and lows.
every day. That's where her hormones
Okay, that's when
sex
you are
organs
being
high.
No.
That's when you want it every day. After that week, it's period time. Your hormones is changed, and I might be like off a little bit, but doesn't mean that you don't like your partner. It's just your partner need to
Understand.
It's
Well,
period
you see
time.
It
what
doesn't
you've
mean
had-
it's selfish. Understanding doesn't mean the woman is selfish. You just
Okay.
have to understand that
In
there are
that
certain
case,
periods.
women also need to understand when you ask for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and keep asking for 7 days, you also need to understand that this man needs energy.
But this is
Once
not,
a month?
It's
Once
only
a
once a
month?
month.
No, we're not saying once a
And
month.
most of the time you are not doing
looking
1
for
hour.
us.
It's just a quickie. Like
Okay.
in the morning, it's just a 1 round. It doesn't hurt anybody.
Okay.
You are not working.
Hold on. Let me tell you something. 1 round in the morning and 1 round in the afternoon, and in the evening for 7 days it hurts.
What does it hurt?
Where? The back or your leg?
Where does it
This is
hurt?
how you guys
Or your blood?
frustrate the men.
a session.
That's
It
how
could
you
be a
guys want to
quickie.
finish the man. You need the energy.
It could be a quickie.
this is
It
just
doesn't
1
always
week.
have to be
This
a
is just 1
procession.
week.
So
It could be a
3
quickie.
times a day for 7 days.
It
That's
could
what
be
you're
a
saying.
quickie.
Yes, it's a
It
quickie.
doesn't
You
have to
can't
be.
complain.
It doesn't have to be
I
the
ain't gonna do
whole
that.
thing.
Then there's a problem.
Well, no, that's not. You see,
Big problem. There's a problem.
3 times a day for 7 days.
No, I can't do that 3 times.
Thank you.
No, not 3
Me,
times a
I
day.
ain't gonna do that.
But
That's
maybe
a
once a day.
No way.
Maybe once a day. And there are times you might even do twice a day.
Twice a day, because during
Yeah,
the
time.
day you are at work. Where are you doing it?
Thank you.
You
So
know?
So maybe before you leave, that's one we count. Before you go to work, count. And then when you come back,
anyways, so what we are talking about here is, guys,
Let's round up now.
I want you guys all to drop your comments, especially on these videos, because we want people to learn. I know these women are just being selfish, especially women there. you guys need to stop lying about orgasm and thinking that the guy has so much ego and I want to satisfy his ego. No, let's have communication. Conversation is really important. Communication is very important in relationship, especially sex, because when there's no sex in relationship or marriages, you guys are just living like partners, like roommates. And then you're gonna start thinking, okay, maybe I need something else. So I'm just living it and just exist. They don't, care anymore.
Because a lot of women too, like women, I'm a woman, but a lot of women pretend to be who they're not or what they think the man is expecting. And then they get the ring and then they find themselves in trouble because they want to bring out the other
side of them.
And then they can't. They're afraid because now the man is gonna say, well, she wasn't like that. I married her because she was that kind of person. No, she's this kind of person.
What changed?
So it's important.
That's true.
You discuss what you like
before you get
married. You need to talk about sex. It has to be the topic.
Sex, finances, religion,
family,
very important
and
topics.
children.
Yes,
all
you have to be on the same page.
Yeah, and before we go, guys, please remember you can win $200 just by commenting, liking, and sharing our videos. Okay, details just right on your screens. All right, have yourself a wonderful day. We did enjoy ourselves today. Thank you so much for coming. And leave your comments. We love you guys.
Thank you for having us.
Bye.
Communicate.